Happy Sunday.
It's Bourbon Night. Hello. Yeah, how is everyone doing? Welcome into the show. We got some Backstage series 3 chords to do here tonight. It's a battle of six.
That's a lot of them.
Battle of 6. Stay hydrated, folks.
I feel like that's all we're going to be able to do. 6 is more than we normally do in a live, so
Depends.
I guess that also means we better get started.
Depends on how squirrely we're feeling. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Let's get our comments.
Yeah.
Why did our window get so
I'm not
small?
sure, but you should fix it.
I'm
Whatever
gonna fix
it is you need to do.
I can fix it.
Yeah.
All right, Wreck-It Ralph. Or I'm gonna fix it. What's his catchphrase?
See.
I've only seen that once, I think.
That's the thing about quoting movies. You've only seen once, right?
I'll do it. I'll take the opportunity.
Try.
I'll take the shot. I can fix it. It's Kenneth from 30 Rock.
Right. In the description, you will find 2 new links to our barrel picks. We released them to Patreon beginning on Friday. So we did the release on Friday and yesterday, and we do still have some bottles left of each. We've got a Sagamore Rye, which is a blend of 7 and 8 year that we chose last July. And then we also have a Knob Creek Bourbon.
Which I can't believe that. We still got some of those bottles.
Not
we got
a lot
very
left.
few of
not
those
a lot
left.
Yeah.
It was a high bottle count on that Sagamore.
It was a high bottle count on the Sagamore. Well, they're blending the 7 and the 8 year into one thing, so you're going to get more than if you just aged all in one barrel and then...
Yeah, it's not exactly a single barrel. It's
a barrel select.
Barrel select. Yeah, that's what they call it. And it doesn't often get through Patreon, but here's a situation where we higher
yields in a rye, which is not everyone's cup of tea, which I get. I mean,
they think
it's bourbon night, but we do love a good rye.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend it. I like it a lot. I don't think it's a super rye.
No, yeah, it's they do the high rye, low rye combo, that 7 and 8 year. But the one that we picked by committee, by the patrons who we brought along with us, was also after we picked, I asked their master distiller there, and I forget her name, but the very nice lady who took us around, our guide, asked them which one they would have picked, and they said the one that we chose, picked, hands down, no question. So it is approved.
Not that we need other people's approval, but it's nice to know.
Well, and I'll also tell you what, when I was up in Columbus a couple weeks ago, I went and saw Jason from the Mash and Drum. You've probably seen that video of a topic that we had, more of those to come, and I took that pick because it had just gotten to us, so I took it up there, and he had some, and he said that it was Jason approved as well. And then I tried one of his Sagamore picks, and we're kind of trading picks.
Compare and contrast.
That's right.
And discuss.
That's right.
But yeah, so that was like the only announcement that I wanted to make. Top of the show is
new business.
We've got some new business. We've got some barrel picks available linked in the description.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to hearing your thoughts on those.
What's the proof on these 3 chords? All the same? No, they start at 90.
Let's talk about.
So I got them arranged here. We got 90, 90, 93.4, 96.6, 96.6, and 98. There is one that we do not have.
Okay.
And it's the Hello June, which is 122 proof. We don't have that bottle. Chad Watson and I tried it at Kentucky Bourbon Festival the day that you had to be away at a wedding at Castle and Key.
Of course you tried it that day.
Yeah, and it was excellent.
Of course it was.
I wish we had that bottle with us, but we have all the others. All the others that are 100 proof and below.
Okay, well, I mean, but they're so close in proof, and they're all under 100, so I don't actually think that it matters if we tried them in proof order or not.
Nah.
They are all these different. They're named after like the Backstage series.
It's bands.
It's bands.
It's bands.
And so I want to talk as we go through these because you used to do a little band review, interview type of thing.
I did, yes. Back before the It's Bourbon Night YouTube days, I was on a different YouTube channel that I created with a buddy, and we talked to some bands. So
I would like to know if you have seen or spoken with any of these bands. Who are we working with overall?
I have.
Okay.
Well,
who we got all together here?
So we have the Cadillac 3.
Never heard of them.
That is a Tennessee whiskey, Sarah.
Okay.
We have Halestorm. Or Halestorm. I never know exactly how to say it. Halestorm.
I think it's Halestorm.
Halestorm, but I want to say Halestorm sometimes.
Right. Sometimes, yeah. If the R and the O
flows.
is switched. Anyways, yeah.
Halestorm. Lizzie Hale. 3 of a Deadman. Dinosaur Jr. Blackstone Cherry. Those are some Kentucky boys, Sarah. And Lucero.
Now I know Lucero. I've been to many a Lucero show.
And I got Dinosaur Jr. confused with the Bang a Gong band.
Oh, T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Because they're both
Because
dinosaurs.
they're dinosaurs.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I only am really... I mean, I've heard of all of these except for the Cadillac 3.
Well, I think we should start with that because that's the only Tennessee whiskey. I think all
Is that true? Is that Lucero bottle not also straight Tennessee whiskey?
Well, if you don't count that one, it's the only one.
Okay, that's what I thought. Well, we can start... We'll start here.
Okay. Yeah. Boop.
Look at that. Would you just look at that, folks?
Boop. Yeah.
Tonight, we have the budget for it.
Oh,
No,
man.
I don't know.
If someone super chats, so otherwise...
Oh, Chad, stop.
We'll have to fold this camera.
Please.
We'll have to send the camera operator home.
Please.
No.
No, he just, wanted to do an extra little setup.
I just wanted to do a little
So here we are.
extra. Yeah. So this is 90 proof Tennessee,
Okay.
straight Tennessee whiskey.
Interesting. I would like to walk away with this knowing which one my favorite was.
Absolutely.
Obviously, your favorite is
That's
going to
the
be the
point.
one, the Hello June, that...
122 proof. Well, it would at least it would be hard for it to compete with the 90 to 98 proofers. Yes, but would it automatically make it the best? No.
No.
Of course not.
Of course not.
But
Put it back in its spot.
put it back. Okay. Put it back in its spot. Because we do have our first super chat of evening, and it comes from Gramps. He says, after hosting over 20 teenagers in celebration of the princess's upcoming birthday, I'm relaxing with a pour of the Butterscotch Effect and a sweatshirt from whiskeyambitions.com.
Wow,
Yeah.
what an ad. What a little organic
that's
advertisement.
nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know what... Yeah, 20 teenagers is a lot to host.
And what princess? Is it Taylor Swift?
You have earned yourself that pour of Butterscotch Effect.
Yeah. That's our Maker's Mark.
It's our
pick.
It's been gone for a while now, but that one was really... We liked it a lot. Obviously, we picked it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of people in Columbus, John, Gramps was up there. Gramps will give you a
cheers.
Cadillac 3 cheers. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if my nose is still like fully back from...
Recovering
I'm
from COVID.
Still almost there. Mostly there.
Yeah.
Just about.
Should really have this in a different spot, but there it is.
There it is.
Get these drink more water glasses at whiskeyambitions.com also.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but 90 proof.
I mean, it's 90 proof. It's coming across as 90 proof on the nose, Sweet, a little bit grain forward.
See if I have...
A little bit of pepper, a little bit of oak.
I had...
I'm just going to sip it.
Yeah, go for it. I'm going to find Cadillac 3.
I mean... I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that.
No, it's nice and sweet.
It is sweet, but I like it.
Yeah.
It's still also, towards the finish, it's got, some oaky notes with a little bit of pepper hanging around, and I think meets expectations, I guess, or exceeds, because I don't know what I expected, but I was like, oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah. So,
Tell us.
I'm on Three Chord's site right now, and apparently you can also get signed bottles available.
that's-
Our Theory of a Deadman is actually
Is
signed.
signed, yes.
Yeah. Let's see. It says Guitar Man, 3 hippie hillbillies from Tennessee.
Okay.
Keep it heavy, keep it real. Best damn band in country. That's why we don't know them. We're not big on the country bands.
True.
You best believe you ain't heard nothing like the Cadillac 3.
You best believe it.
You best believe it. So it's blended by the Cadillac 3
That's
and
cool.
whiskey maker Ari Sussman. A blend of 3 and 5-year-old Tennessee whiskeys, $49.99 MSRP.
You could have fooled me that this is 3 and 5.
Yeah, I don't get any.
I mean, there's a
Youth.
bit of grain forward on the nose, but I'm not saying it tastes like it's 10, 12, whatever, but it didn't stick out. I guess I just assumed it would be, well, I mean, I guess I would have said 4 to 6, so maybe 6. Not
It's
far
fooling
off.
you by a year or
Not
so.
far off, yeah.
We have our second super chat evening, and it comes from Woo! Drew Bolin. Good to see you here, Drew. He says, for the
the
fancy camera angle. Thank you, Drew.
Wow.
Thank you, Drew. Appreciate that. A
encouraging
Cadillac
it.
345. Cheers. For yous.
For yes.
For yuns.
For yins.
Yins. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'm going to save this last little bit in my glass so I can come back to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm just mapping things in my
Mapping.
head so I don't
I like
lose
that.
track. Yeah. I think solid.
Solid. Good start.
I don't have a... Do I have a bad note about it?
I think the proof being 90, I think it's right there.
Honestly, like with the pepper on the finish, it's working for me.
Some people hear Tennessee, they have to ask, is there a dickle tickle? No dickle tickle. This may not, it's just Tennessee. Doesn't
I don't
always,
get asked that very often.
always mean
No,
dickle.
it does not. Yeah, it does not have any of that, in
Right.
my opinion. But yeah, I think it's solid. What do these run? 53?
$50 MSRP.
$50 MSRP.
We saw a 3-pack on Shared Pour.
Oh, for what was it? 160?
Yeah, so they came out to be about $50
I think it was like
each.
53.
Yeah, 53 when you divide it.
Okay. Well, I think, what's inside the bottle is solid. And if you like the band, I could see that being like a very fair, fair purchase.
Dinosaur Jr. was on Rock Band or Guitar Hero. Huh. Okay,
Okay, I'm going to take this
maybe
away
that's
now.
why
We move
they
on.
sound familiar.
We got to pick it up. Where should we go next? Which band? I mean, I kind of want to do, if we're going to do the Tennessee whiskey, I kind of want to do the Lucero bottle next.
I mean, yeah, 96.6.
It's really not. I mean, we're all talking all 100 proof here.
We're all friends here.
I don't think it's going to make a difference.
Here we go. And we have a super chat. Oh, it's already all. I
didn't know. You didn't tell me.
I opened them all up with a knife.
Oh, well,
to
I
keep
just
the
ripped
bottles
it.
neat. That's okay. Super chat from Tiffany here says, I'm happy to send a super chat, even though you threw little chat across the table during last week's
Thank
live.
you.
JK, don't throw me down, Clock. Yeah, I did. That was an accident.
Was
little
it?
Chad did go flying, Tiffany, but he's
Was
okay.
it?
He's okay.
I don't know. I haven't heard from him or seen him in a while.
He's right there. We got this second camera angle, so I can actually do this. Put you on your mark. Right there. Boom. There he is.
There he is.
There's a little Chad in all his glory. He's a little out of focus.
He's all right. All right.
Getting replaced.
Where do you want it? In front?
With the bottle.
Yeah,
right
like
there.
that.
Yep.
Yes, I do enjoy. Lucero is like, I mean, I guess they're. What would you classify them as? Like country rock? But they're also, it's like a little bit grungy and gritty, and I just don't know how I would describe it. Maybe the page on Three Chord will describe it.
But thank you for that super chat.
Oh
Tiffany.
yeah, thank you, Tiffany.
Yeah, get us back here.
Little Chad cheers.
Not the best place for that camera angle, but
It's okay.
this is still temporary live setup. Believe it or not.
It's feeling a little permanent, Chad.
No.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
All right, let me find it here. Here it is, Lucero. It's a blend of 2, 20%, 3, 20%, and 6, 60% year-old Tennessee whiskey. So
1 year old?
2,
2-year-old.
3,
Oh.
6 year-old Tennessee whiskey. So 20% of 20% of this is a 2-year, 20% of this is a 3-year, 60% of this is a 6-year
Okay, well
Tennessee whiskey.
Again, I feel like this one comes across much like the Cadillac 3 bottle, which was, I would guess, around 4 to 6 years blind, which I think is hitting the mark in terms of what is in there.
Yeah, I agree with that. On the nose.
Would you say 98 proof?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
98, also $50
They give
MSRP.
you a description on the band?
I got
Anything
nothing.
else? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay, well, let's see.
It's up to you all.
On the back, does it say anything? Nope. Sure doesn't. Well, you have to do your own Googling on that one. I don't need to Google them. I know who they are. But yeah. It's a good show. I have a good time.
To me, that tastes a little bit more robust, maybe,
I think so too. I
than
think it has a
the
little
Cadillac
more
3. Yeah.
flavor, a little more oomph to it. I mean, it is 8 proof points higher.
Might
but
be the proof. Yeah. I don't know. But, I think this has 2 and 3 year. 40% of this is a 2 and a 3 year
I also think
Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee bourbon. They call it a bourbon?
I mean, it's got a little spice to it.
No, Tennessee whiskey.
Or Tennessee whiskey. It's got a little spice to it. A little, prickly spice. But I also think it has a solid mouthfeel. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I like this one. I think I like this one better than the first one.
Same.
Okay.
Same here.
Good to know. Am I biased because of the band that I know? But I don't know. Maybe.
Or
I try
proof,
not to be.
or what?
I try not to be.
I know. Is anyone a Lucero fan? Let's ask that for all of these. Besides Sarah.
Besides me.
Mash bill rundown, if you could please. I would,
but it's
if I
not
had that
provided.
info. I don't know if maybe some external sites besides their own site
Perhaps,
might break that down, but
Yeah, they tend to come through. I feel like they come through Lexington like once a year or so, once every other year. No one ever wants to go with me.
I'll go with you to Lucero. Yeah.
You will, but I want. Yes, you will, and yes, we can. But I want someone who likes them to go with me.
Well, get Gramps up here because he's telling us
Thank
Lucero
you.
is Americana.
Oh, well, he's just defining what it is.
Still.
I guess, yeah, Americana.
Gramps, you want to go to a Lucero show?
I bet he would. We tend to like the same stuff.
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm Grams? Grams.
Granny. It would be Granny.
Fine, Granny.
Granny. Gramps and Granny going to the rock show.
It'll be a good time. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I do enjoy a good puzzle, a hot tea, gardening.
Shaws.
Old lady things. Yes, big oversized sweaters with my cool Delilah shirt underneath it. So yeah, it's very much like Granny going to the rock show. Like
Granny going to the rock show. Could you turn it up? Can't hear. There's a ringing in my ears.
Goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, Great Balls of Fire. I do. Yeah, this is good. I could sip this. I would sip this.
I would sip this. Okay, so we're 2 for 2. Again, when it comes to, we love Three Chord. We love, they do good stuff. We've done a pick with them before. We've done a blend with them before for Whiskey Weekend.
Yep.
However, sometimes when we do celebrity whiskeys or partnered with, anybody, these things can sometimes feel cash grabby.
Man, we sort of been on that trend, haven't we?
We did the Chris Stapleton one.
And before that, we did Brothers Bond.
So it can feel a little cash grabby, so you're never really sure, is what's inside worth it, or are we just paying for the collaboration?
Or how much was the artist involved with it?
But it seems like these bands, maybe based on the Cadillac 3, it says that they helped pick. So
yeah,
it seems like they're involved, and I think... Go ahead.
I was going to say, probably none of these bands are sober.
Well, who knows?
The whole Chris Stapleton thing.
That was I got you.
Debunked. But,
rumored, debunked, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for this one, it's what's inside Three Chord has made sure so far. We can say that it's not just a cash grab. It's not just to get you for the bands.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Let's move on to Halestorm.
Halestorm. All right, this time I won't rip the... Oh, that was pitiful.
Pop. Le pop. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, Tiffany with another super chat. Ooh. Oh, by the way, Gramps says I'm all in.
Great, let's do it. I want to go.
Tiffany says no.
Ouch.
It was small Chad that took the tumble, not little Chad. You are correct, Tiffany.
Yeah, you threw him across the table.
I blocked that out of my memory because of the chat on chat abuse. But there he is. He's doing well. Look at that. Looking very dapper.
And if you want to see Reject Chad.
No.
There he is.
Well, here. We'll cheers you with a chat each. I'll take Reject.
Okay. Well, that was not good, but... All right.
All right.
Is this for scale? What is it?
Yeah, for scale.
Okay, sure.
Halestorm.
Oh, did you... I don't know.
Yeah. This is the one band that I have interviewed of these 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Halestorm. It was Lizzie Hale and I think it's our brother that's the drummer. I know.
You're the one who interviewed them. Don't ask
well,
me.
it was so long ago. It was years ago. But yeah, they were. It was before they like really blew up. They had a good song, like a popular song on the radio, but it was before they really, before they really.
Don't know.
Ooh, yes, Barrel Proof. Blink-182 at Rupp in August.
Chad would love to get a group together to do that, but the tickets are so expensive.
Pantera with Lamb of God at Rupp next week. I just saw a commercial for that. Actually,
our local, like our concert venue,
Rupp Arena,
a big one in Lexington. They've got a solid lineup the past couple of years, so I'm pretty impressed with it.
So this is 90 proof. This says it's a blend of 6-year-old Kentucky and Tennessee bourbons and 2.5-year Tennessee bourbon. So the youngest in this is 2.5, 6-year-old Kentucky and Indiana. Okay, let me see if there's...
This one has kind of a...
more information.
Banana-y note to it.
Yeah, a little Old Forester, a little Brown Forman.
That's what I was thinking. It smells like, it's got Old Forester.
Of course, that would... To be able to pull that out, if it were Old Forester out of the Tennessee and the Indiana, would be something, wouldn't it? So,
right.
Doubtful,
yeah.
but
doubtful,
that's what we're getting.
I mean, it could be Jack. I mean, it could be...
Also doubtful, but
yes. Doubtful, but could be.
Could be. Also no other information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting that they go so much with the band tie-in, but then there's not a lot of information. I guess they assume that if you're buying it, it's because you know the band, and so then therefore they don't need to tell you about the band.
I guess.
I don't know, but they told us about this one, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is just sort of a boilerplate, like a generic. Each release is meticulously handcrafted by whiskey maker Ari Sussman with direct input from the artists themselves.
Can confirm it says the same thing on each one.
Yeah.
This one might be my least favorite of the three so far. It's good. It's a little unnecessarily hot on the finish for a 90 proof.
Think so?
I think so. It's kind of got some, excuse you, some char and some spice, and it's just got like a little flare of heat.
It does have a little, kicks up a little dirt. Yeah, it does. But speaking of dirt, it is a little earthy. I like that about it. Earthy. I do like the finish. Once that sort of heat, 90 proof heat kind of dissipates, it does have a nice sort of like,
earthy banana char, a little bit of spice, but I do think that it's drinking a little aggressive and maybe even a little bit dry for what I would expect for 90 proof. But that's just me.
I could see that.
What do I know?
Hey, Joey Tony Bag of Donuts. Well, the super chat saying, anyone want to join me in a non-alcoholic Guinness last sober Sunday? They have alcohol-free Guinness?
They have alcohol-free lots of things, Chad. There's a whole world out there of alcohol-free options.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that, but I didn't know Guinness had one. Interesting.
Sure. Lots of brands have 0 proof.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know some people are also there with you, Tony, finishing up Dry January. This will be the last Sunday of that. So, yeah. Good on y'all for hanging in there. We don't do January just because there's too much still tastings and wrapping things out from the end of the year that we logistically can't, or we'll be right there with you.
I try to do January, February light, if and when I can.
Yeah.
February more so than January. It's the shortest month. Not that matters, but all right. I'm ready to move on to the next one.
Hit that thumbs up, folks. Good idea, Gramps.
What time are
Do
we
it for your elders.
We still have 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, we're
good.
We're on schedule.
Yeah. Okay.
Running on schedule.
Let's see. Does it matter? What order are we going from now on? Let's just go with Theory of a Deadman.
Okay, 93.4 proof. Let me see. Theory. There we go. All right, so yeah, 93.4 proof. And it's a blend of 6-year-old straight bourbons from Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee. So all three, but
6 year.
The youngest in this is 6 year.
Okay.
there we are. You can see it is signed. If we have any real big Theory of a Deadman fans in here, once this is drunk down, it would make a nice candle and it would be signed. So, you know.
Who knows? Maybe. Yeah.
Just saying.
Eventually. That's kind of a long ways off for it to be emptied.
Well, we'd have to do some work. We'd have to make it a point, invite some people over and say, this is what we're drinking tonight.
Yeah. I like the nose.
Sort of a brightness, an airiness.
Bright and airy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. It's kind of just giving me like very solid classic notes. Caramel, vanilla, a lot of vanilla, rich vanilla.
But like,
also a fruit note, maybe like a almost cherry pie.
Cotton candy is what I'm getting. Like the light.
Okay, I think
sweetness
when that like
of
airy.
cotton candy.
But that's so sugary. I don't get that. I get more of like a cherry pie filling.
That band is not here. She's my cherry pie. Yeah, they didn't make it.
But Blackstone Cherry is here.
But Blackstone Cherry is, but...
Isn't She's My Cherry Pie? That's a song, not the band.
Right. It's,
let's not do it.
Oh,
let's,
no.
please don't. I don't want, let's not. It doesn't matter.
Warrant? The chat will let me know if I just messed that one up.
Whew. What's the proof on this one? This one's drinking a little more like 100. 93.4. I mean, so splitting hairs, but
Oh, yeah.
it's got a little
Well, I think, this is our first one that's had... This is our oldest, let's just say.
so far. Yeah.
Where the minimum in there has been 6 years old. We've had some 2. We've had...
A 2, 3, 4.
A 2, 3, 4.
No,
a
don't
7.
do it. Please don't.
7.
Please don't do it.
If you know, you know. Yeah, that's Warrant. All right. Thank you, Richie Z. Warrant. Yeah. Got it. I think
Woo.
for me, it's a little muted on the nose, but it's really there on the palate.
Man, it really brings a punch too. For 93.4 proof, there's like a peppery punch at the finish. It's like
Baked in a peppery punch.
uh-huh.
Yeah. I think this might... I'll have to try it with my other favorite, which so far has been Lucero.
Lucero. Yeah, me too.
I think
Those have been my two favorites.
This is going to be in the running.
Yeah, I want to try them next to each other at the end.
It also has a little kick up at the end, too, of spice. But, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we should have 2 left.
I had trouble with counting for a second. We have 3 left. No, 2 left.
2 left.
Yes.
We're on our 4th. Yes.
Maybe it's not the counting I'm having trouble with. Maybe it's the bourbon's having trouble with the counting.
Monica. You are correct. Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. It is my personal goal to come into next Sunday not sleepy. I was sleepy. I think I've just been still. My body's just been catching up from, like, on sleep and stuff from COVID, and I can feel my eyes are so heavy. She
was down with a sickness. Also not a band here.
You are just the whole night tonight. I just don't. I'm too tired for it.
That's why I don't want you to come sleepy, because you have a
I
higher
have less
threshold
tolerance for your
of
shenanigans.
my bullshit.
It's true. Every time I'm just like,
shut up. What'd you grab?
I just went ahead and got the
Dinosaur Jr.
Dinosaur Jr.
Dinosaur Jr. Okay.
When I saw it, I was like, dinosaurs. Like the dinosaurs? Like the TV show?
It's a little Jurassic Park.
I'm the
time.
baby. Gotta love me.
Gotta love me.
Not the mom.
Who remembers that? I think that show had a really dark ending.
Yeah, I think you said it ended with like the asteroid hitting, like
extinction.
The whole extinction.
Like, you ever...
That explains a lot of the way that kids who grew up in the 90s are the way
so
that
emo.
they are. Yeah, that's what happened.
You ever, scrolling through YouTube and you see a thumbnail and you think by the thumbnail you get the gist of what the video's about, but then you don't go on and click it? Please don't do that with our videos. Please click it. That was it. Like, this show had a really dark ending, and I think I remember hearing that they all, like, die in the last episode.
Spoilers.
Yeah, if you're not caught up with...
The dinosaurs. Or dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
I think it's just dinosaurs.
Jim Henson Studios.
I didn't realize that was Jim Henson. I mean, it makes sense with the puppets.
Yeah,
but,
come on.
You know.
Come on.
And the dark ending also makes sense.
Jim Henson likes to do dark endings.
Well, I mean, think about how Dark Crystal and
Dark Crystal, sure.
And what did he also do? Did he do Labyrinth?
I think so. The
you know.
Never-Ending Story?
No, I don't think so.
No.
They
got someone else.
The themes are slightly unsettling.
Yeah.
You like
Not
this
the
is
mama.
for children?
Yeah, well, just look at every Disney movie. Some parent dies, or you
Again,
know,
spoilers. No, you're
for
right.
any Disney movie. Yeah. Super chat from Brian Wilsing. Hello, Brian. Just wanted to make sure you were aware you have 2 spots available for your Ireland trip. Cindy and I had to cancel for health reasons. Yes, Brian.
Brian.
We
and
are.
I wanted to let you know that I saw your message, but I wanted to check in with our trip coordinator before I responded in case that I could provide more information back to you. So don't think I'm ignoring you.
Yeah,
I'm not. Obviously, you don't think.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate you letting us know, and we're so sorry that you can't join us. But
Yes.
you will be missed. You all be
for
missed.
sure. Yes.
My sweatshirt twin, I'll miss her as well.
Oh yeah.
Cindy. Yeah.
And he wears that rye whiskey shirt like
And he wears it, right?
a model.
Yeah.
Like at the Pursuit. I think he was wearing it at the Pursuit pick.
We looked at
like,
each other. We're like,
put
that
that
sweatshirt looks good.
You need to put that on the website.
Yeah.
That's gonna ship some units. But Brian, we're gonna give you a Dinosaur Jr. cheers. Thank you. Back to us.
Also, kind of like bright fruitiness on this one.
Find Dinosaur Jr. here.
So I actually, for breakfast this morning, met a friend at a local place called Doodles. And if you're ever in Lexington for
Doodles.
travel, Doodles is
Doodle it.
really good. You have to go before they get too busy, but they had a bruleed oatmeal, so I got that.
Go on.
And it was brown sugar on the oatmeal, but then they torch it, so it gets that and then it had brown sugar in it, but with 2 of the best strawberries that I've ever tasted on top. So good. But the way that this nose reminds me of that that bruleed oatmeal, like that you get the grains, but you also get this caramelized sugar.
Okay.
Anyways, that's my story time.
So there's Dinosaur Jr. and there's a little Chad for scale. So this is 96.6 proof. Now this is our oldest that's in here. There's young in here too. It's a blend of 8-year-old corn whiskey.
That explains why I'm getting so much grain.
6-year-old bourbon and 2-year-old bourbon from Kentucky that's then finished in toasted barrels. So this is a finish.
Okay, I did not know that.
Well, toasted barrels anyway.
I like
This is a
it.
toasted.
The finish is... I need to get...
I'm getting the toasted on the nose, yes, for sure.
Well, now I'm thinking that's where that brulee sugar is coming in my mind. That toasted, torched, I don't know, element, extra oak.
Wow. Dinosaur Jr., you're showing up.
Yeah. Well, now this is in the running for my favorite. My only critique is the finish does get a little hot, and I'm wondering if that's that 2-year coming in. I don't know. It gets a little... but otherwise, I would drink this with my oatmeal.
But Fraggle Rock was awesome.
Fraggle Rock?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Down in
realize
Fraggle
that
Rock.
was...
Oh, yeah,
Forgot.
it's Jim Henson.
Forgot.
Yeah, Fraggle Rock.
I don't know.
Also, it looks like the first one that we did was the only one that gave additional information.
Bummer.
Because
They set us up for an expectation.
Yeah.
That, I mean, technically we did it. We set ourselves
Cadillac
up. But
3, you get information. All the others.
And all the others, no.
Nope.
Oh, man. And this one also, these are giving me a hug for,
966.
for things that are under 100 proof. These are actually...
Well, this might be my favorite nose of the 6 so far. We haven't had the last one.
I agree. It's quite good. I've had the most notes, and it actually reminded me of a thing,
So it's got our oldest so far,
the 8-year.
but it also our youngest. Some others have had 2. This has had 2, and it doesn't give us the percentage breakdown. But it's also the only one, thusly, that has had a secondary barrel
influence. The more
and
I
it's,
drink,
and it's still $50. Sorry, go ahead.
you're fine. The more I drink it, the more I like it. And another thing.
And another.
That's what my best friend does.
And another
I
one.
think a conversation's over and then she'll go, and another thing. Minutes later, and I'm like, oh, we're still talking about this.
Still talking.
Love that.
Still talking.
Oof, the sleepiness.
Stuart says, Pursuit, glad you all did that video. I set a visit for the whole shebang.
Oh, yeah. It'll be fun. You'll like it.
I'll be there Easter weekend. Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It'll just be starting to maybe warm up a little. And by that, I mean it'll be spring and maybe not snowing. But I can't promise that.
Hopefully not.
Asterisk. Not sure.
And even if it is, the whiskey there
I'm
will
not
warm
the
me up
weather.
for sure.
I'm not the weather person.
You told me you were.
Yeah, right.
What's that big green screen for then?
I know. I did like, you mentioned this the other day. We were on a walk or something, and you mentioned the weather person who he works his.
Oh,
he
yeah.
gets like challenged to work song lyrics into his forecast, and I got served one of his videos on Instagram, and it was really fun. I mean, I just love how he does it. I don't live where this guy broadcasts, but I want to watch. And I'm sure that's why the station lets him do it, because people just want to watch him now.
So, to kind of let you guys know, the last one I saw was the Yin Yang Twins and Little John.
Oh, I saw that.
To the Window, to the Wall. And he had to work that song into the lyrics. And
challenging.
He was like, I think it's easier because it's, chilly temperatures
weather.
he was talking about, and you want to make sure that house is nice and tight, or you're going to be feeling the chill from the window to the wall. And, he does a really good
job.
Have to be, if you didn't know he was fitting in there and just listening to it, you might be like,
really know.
well, that was sort of an interesting turn of phrase, but you wouldn't think anything of it.
You wouldn't think anything of it, yeah.
And then for the ski, he said there's going to be, with the possibility of sleet. Oh, sleet. And it's just like...
Maybe I'm just like easily entertained.
Slow clap.
I just love, I think is it like, it's kind of a dad joke? I love it. You should look it up. I'm sure it's like Weatherman song lyrics or something. That's probably how you could find it if you wanted to.
I see it on TikTok. You saw it on Instagram.
I saw it on Instagram.
So yeah, there's a couple ways there, but and he's always like, "What song should I do next?"
I think it's so funny. I mean, that's talent and bravery.
Oh, he did. Speaking of Disturbed, he did Down with the Sickness.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, because he was talking about like pollen and allergens coming through.
Oh yeah.
And he said something about like cedar pollen coming through, so you might find yourself like, ooh,
yeah, like ooh.
Yeah, he did like that.
He said, cedar pollen, or as I call it, the sickness.
The sickness.
So just get ready, everyone, and just be ready to be down with the sickness.
Yeah. Clever. You know what? I will watch.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yes.
Anyways, that's our tangent of the day. That's what we should have, segment. Tangent
and
of
here
the day.
is Chad and Sarah's Tangent of the Day. Richie Z asks, Chad, do you and Sarah like wheated bourbons?
Yeah.
I do, but like rye bourbons a bit more. Yes, absolutely. We sure do.
We sure do.
There's for whatever reason, less wheated bourbons out there in the world. The rye as a flavoring grain is still known as the more traditional.
Which is so interesting, because
way.
rye is a more expensive grain, no?
Correct. Yeah.
So,
and then you get all the Buffalo Trace hype with Weller and Pappy and WLW and that type of stuff.
You see some wheated bourbons and wheat whiskeys. You've got, Maker's is wheated.
And
then you've got, Heaven Hill, they've got Larceny, which is wheated, and then they've got Bernheim, which is a wheat whiskey.
Yeah, actual wheat whiskey. And then, occasionally they'll do like a Parker's Heritage. It's like a wheated or whatever. But yeah, we do like wheated bourbons. It does make them sweeter because wheat is just a less dominant grain, lets the corn show through.
And corn is sweet.
Corn is sweet. But yeah, we do. We do like them.
I was just thinking about how I don't pour that much in these because, we just don't shoot them and stuff. And then I was thinking about how recently we got a comment on one of the shorts that I was working on.
Yes.
Like last summer we were doing them, and I posted one. I was doing the like blindfolded, Chad gives me a bottle blind. You also did some too. And I have 1 minute to decide, make a guess. As much information as you can put out there. And it kind of started as like post Matt Madness, kind of like training for next year. It's fallen off, but the last one that we released, I actually nailed it, or I got it. No, I think I nailed it.
You did.
But people in the comments are like, fake, fake, fake. Which I'm like, okay, I get why you would say that if that was the only video we had posted. In all the other ones that we posted, neither of us got close. Like, I think maybe we might have said proof or distillery, but like nothing else. And someone was like, oh, you took such a tiny sip. How can you even tell? Like, fake. I'm like, in 1 minute, you want me to take a giant gulp and fry my palate? Like,
Well, I don't know if you saw, but I responded to that.
I didn't see. Did you defend my honor?
Well, I said in a very nice way.
Oh, sure.
It's called tasting, not taking shots. Smiley face. You know, because that's...
Only slightly passive aggressive.
We're not in college, dude.
I am really impressed with this series.
Blackstone Cherry. So
Those are good.
98 proof. This is our highest proof one. Let's put it up here.
Well, the Lucero one, oh, it says 96.6 on the bottle, but it says 98 on the website, which is probably a copy and paste error.
No.
No. The Blackstone Cherry is 98 proof.
Yeah.
The Lucero bottle,
96.6.
earlier I said it was 98. It said 98 on
Oh, it
the
did?
website, but it is actually 96.6.
Oh, there you go. There's Blackstone Cherry right there, next to Little Chad. 98 proof. It's a blend of 8 year. So again, our oldest of these. 8-year-old Kentucky corn whiskey and 2-year-old Kentucky bourbon. Again, finished in toasted barrels.
Oh, that's probably why I'm like, I like.
Yeah, the proof and the toastiness.
Do like some toast. I think it's interesting. Like, I wonder, with the corn whiskey being such a predominant ingredient, how that secondary barrel, adds to that. You get the sweetness and the char.
Indeed. No, definitely the two best noses have been the toasted.
toast.
Yeah.
They just have more components to smell. I've never been a huge fan of corn whiskey. It's just like, it's okay. It's not like my thing. It's a little sweet.
Sure.
But I think I may have just unlocked that I do like corn whiskey when it's finished in a toasted barrel.
Well, this is also combined with,
Sure.
2-year-old Kentucky bourbon, but...
Once again, not getting that at all.
No.
Do you think?
None of these have been youthful.
This one I would say is more of the 6 to 7 year range. Obviously, it has 8 in it, but I think if we're taking that 8-year max, 2-year min, and averaging it down, still speaks well of it.
Agreed.
Would certify stamp, in my opinion, not a cash grab series. I think this is a legit product series from a company who I think really appreciates the whiskey side as much as they appreciate the music side that goes into all the things that they make.
Since we're talking about how you can technically classify Three Chord as a celebrity brand because of Neil Girardo.
And he is a celebrity.
Guitarist, producer. He's also married to someone who's famous, but that's not what he's known for.
That's not what he's known for, and we won't say anything like that ever.
No. But Three Chord has been around for a while. They've put out many expressions. Their Strange collaboration is really good. I really like that one. They had the Whiskey Drummer, which was 15-year stuff. Yes, it was sourced, but they sought it out and presented it in an excellent way. So you got to give, some credit where credit's due. So I feel like Three Chord is or has broken out, if it ever was, in that celebrity box.
It's not just a
I feel like they've
whiskey,
broken out of that box.
Agreed.
And now they're seen as a brand. And yet, since Neil Girardo is a musician and producer and all that, they are keeping their pulse on the music industry with this Backstage series. But it's not all just gimmicks like some of the other celebrity stuff can be.
And I do think it's interesting that they worked with each of these different... Now, again, who knows how much involvement specifically each of these bands had with these, blends. All of them blends.
All of them blends.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't speak to that, but they all feel different and unique. So either they were chosen based on some sort of flavor profile or spirits preference download from the band.
Sure.
Or in some way they were selected for the band, whether or not the band had a lot of involvement in that. But there is definitely a unique difference between each of these.
Yes.
I would say.
I agree. And what I like about it is,
almost knocked down.
They started in 90. So there's no 80s here.
Right.
Because, some others, I think they're sort of banking on the non-whiskey drinker will
Buying
buy
it
it
for the
because
celebrity.
they're a fan, and then if they happen to open it and drink it, they don't want to get that Bernie. They don't want it to be. They want to say, "Oh, that's smooth."
Oh, that's so smooth.
So kudos to them for starting at 90.
Agreed.
Going up to 122.
But most of them falling between the 90 and 100
90
range.
and 100, yeah.
Which I think is a respectable place to start, especially when we're talking about bottles that cost $50.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they're all very solid options. I mean, of course, you are paying, I'm sure there is in that $50 some built-in, they had to pay for each of these unique label designs for the bands. Maybe there's some licensing. I don't know. But I still think for a quality product, if you like the band also, it's a very fair ask.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and say that a licensed collaboration is never going to be the best value. It just can't.
Well,
be.
we don't know if they, we don't know what but they're using a band's
let's
name.
look at our historic evidence.
Historically, there was some sort of, something had to be paid for.
Yes. So
Whether it's the custom artwork or, because each of these bottles has custom colors. They're all different. All the labels had to be printed on unique runs. We know that costs a lot.
Yeah. So don't ever look for a tie-in or collaboration with anyone famous to
be
enter
a value,
into the value.
Yeah. Probably not going to happen.
What's your favorite label? Since we're just talking about labels.
Oh, pretty wise?
Yeah, pretty wise.
Which one do I think is the prettiest?
I'll tell you my least favorite as I decide my favorite. Here's my least favorite. I think it's just too simple.
I agree. That one and the Theory of the Deadman one, I think, are my two least favorites. I'm going to move a little chat here.
I don't know. Theory of Deadman, it's got artwork in it,
It does.
It's got the
I agree.
Medusa thing.
No, that is cool. I guess.
I would honestly say this one, which is also just their
Yeah, actually.
logo.
I changed my mind. I think this is my least favorite one because it's just their logo.
Yeah.
And it feels the most like, boilerplate.
Not a whole lot of time was spent picking that one out.
I'd say that's my least favorite.
But your favorite, though?
My favorite? That one.
Okay. Well, since you picked this one,
Is it my favorite because I like them?
hand me that one.
Probably. But I also love this, vintage type of, country western. I don't know. I just think it has style.
The Dinosaur Jr. It's
like
hard to tell here on the camera, but that's purple.
I like the colors. Yeah, it's got nice colors.
Yeah. It does. It does have nice
What's your
colors.
favorite?
So, yeah, let us know in the chat.
Yeah, I like this
What's
one. I
your-
like this, vintage cowboy thing with the skeletons going on. It's cool.
Yeah. Reminds me
Also,
of Encanto.
Probably biased. Encanto. Oh, do you mean Coco?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
What's Encanto?
It's also a Disney movie, but it's not.
It's one that I haven't seen.
Coco is the one with
But-
the Dia de los Muertos, so that's definitely what you're
Dia de
thinking
los
of.
Muertos.
Which, you know what? I would highly recommend if you haven't seen Coco, don't choose to watch it on a flight, because if you're like me, I literally had to look out the window while I was choking back sobs.
Dang.
Truly just, why is it so sad?
There you go.
It's a really good movie, but if you cry easily, just be prepared. Have your tissues ready.
Okay. No. I'm trying to think now. What were the faves?
Well, I have them lined up. Here, stop moving things around. Take it back.
Take it back.
This goes back to this side. No, give me that.
All right.
Okay. This goes here. No.
Well, this was This was the last one we did, right? Blackstone Cherry?
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of my favorites also.
That one was, oh shoot, which
I've got,
order did I put them in?
I don't know. Blackstone Cherry
Yeah,
here.
this is Blackstone Cherry.
Okay, that's these.
Okay.
Okay. What
Yeah.
else?
Other favorite was Lucero, right?
That was number 2.
Number 2? Mm-hmm. That would be this
Okay, let's
one.
do it. Mine will be in front.
Okay. Lucero.
You said.
Dinosaur Jr. was the other.
Oh wait, did I go 1, 2, 3, 4, or did I go
toasted.
1, 2, 3, 4?
That's just
Yeah.
madness. Why would you do that?
I don't know. It's too late now. What else did we say?
I think it was Dinosaur Jr. I want to, because that was the other toasted, wasn't it?
Yes, you're right. And that was second to last. So that one's this one.
Yeah, toasted. And it's also the 96.6, which doesn't hurt, let's be honest.
And I don't remember what else.
What? Fourth?
Fourth. No.
Fifth?
We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth. We should have labeled these. It's fine. You're along for the ride now.
It's all right.
Honestly, I think we can cut it down to those. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites, I think. Okay. You're closest to the bottle.
So our lowest proof, what, 96.6? Yep. We're at 96.6 to 98 proof.
All the noses are nice.
Toasted, and just, Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, so what's your all's
Bite.
what's your all's favorite artwork of these? Hello, Swan. Stop looking at me.
Hot Toddy says he saw Lucero in concert a few years ago, and it was a great show. I think they put on a great show. I like it.
Hot Toddy.
Man, it's like that. It is Americana, but it does have like threads of that old sad country sometimes.
Sarah likes to be sad.
I do. I love it. Man, some of their songs are like, you're like, I didn't want to be stabbed in the gut today, but okay.
Here we are.
Here we are. Some intense stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez.
My grandmother died like right before I saw Coco.
No.
I was not prepared for that glass case of emotions. No kidding, Scott.
Wow.
Whoa. The wrong movie to watch after a life event such as that.
It is an intense emotional.
Sympathies to you there, Scott.
Yes.
All right. Lucero.
Okay.
Okay.
It's either that one or this one, I think.
Can
I
confirm.
forget what's in front of me, so don't tell me. I mean, I can see it in the camera, but I'm choosing not to look.
Todd, I've totally adopted the nomenclature
This is
of
my
Letterkenny.
favorite.
Just so you know, you'll be proud.
He has been on a binge.
I'm on season 7 now.
I just want to watch the other one. Shorzy.
Shorzy. Okay, I've eliminated one.
Which one? This one?
This one.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So we're down to the two toasteds. That's
We
Lucero.
are. Yeah,
Yeah,
Lucero.
it was good.
You were great.
You were great, but we like the toasted ones.
Yeah.
One final farewell sip. No, I agree with that. I mean, it just adds another element. It's tough then when you put one in that's not. It's going to either stand out at the top or the bottom, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Water's good. Water's good.
The world needs to know.
Pills are good.
Which one of these is the best?
Pills are good.
Did you just say...
Pills.
Okay.
Pills are good.
Oh.
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What an obscure quote from that movie, though.
No! Would you call that obscure?
No!
No! Stuart. Pills are good. Here we go. Pills are good. I think that's pretty...
I already know which one.
I feel like that's pretty normal. Okay.
I'm done. Let me just
She's done.
check my emails. While
Oh my
no,
god.
I'm just
Let me
kidding.
just craft an email.
Let me just craft an email real quick. No, just kidding. While we're taking this moment, while Chad decides, don't forget that if you are interested in our barrel picks, we've done a 3-chord blend before. There are links to a Sagamore blend of 7 and 8 year rye and our latest Knob Creek bourbon pick, which we're calling lovingly the birthday batch because it was barreled on my birthday in 2014.
Yes.
Yeah, so the links to those, limited bottles available, but they are in the description. Patreon has had their fill. They have been satisfied. And so whatever's left, which both were higher yield than were anticipated. So lucky for you. So there's that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll the...
So enjoy.
Yeah. I have my decision.
Me too.
Okay. Oh, we're split. We're split. Yeah. So you chose Blackstone Cherry, your favorite band. And
No.
Name
No
a,
offense to
Name a
you.
Blackstone Cherry song.
Couldn't.
Okay. They're Kentucky, though, right? They're Kentucky?
Don't know.
And I chose Dinosaur Jr. Yeah. They were pretty close, though, honestly.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. Let me go. I never went reverse order, so let me just double
Well,
check.
that's a mistake that you made. I gotta get some lotion. My skin is so dry. I keep fidgeting.
Don't.
I can't help it. It's not like a, what do you call it? An elective choice where I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with mine, but these are really close.
They're both close, yeah. No, I'm firmly in this camp. I like.
Here's your winners.
Here are your winners.
There they are, Blackstone Cherry and Dinosaur Jr.
My our least favorite label and your most favorite label.
Yeah, 98 and 96.6 proof. Yeah, two of the higher proof ones, but also the two toasted barrel ones.
Yeah. So obviously we're in a toasted mood this evening.
We like to get toasty. Remember that Quiznos commercial with those, I don't even know what they are, gerbils or hamsters?
They were
I like
like
the toast, I like the Quiznos.
Mixed media
Nightmare fuel.
rodents.
Rodents, that's what you want for your restaurant.
That I don't think it worked out for them in the long run. Although you do remember the commercial, but when was the last time you went to Quiznos?
Yeah, I like it toasty. So we were talking about Shared Pour right now on sharepour.com. Oh, they're still listing it as pre-order. But 3 Chord Whiskey Rocks Backstage Series bundle. So you get Theory of a Deadman, Halestorm, and Blackstone Cherry.
Which is our favorite.
For $159.97. You get the 3 of those.
Three.
And that works out to like $53 a bottle.
Oops.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can also get that strange collaboration there also for $50.
Ooh, okay. And you
Yeah.
I remember having it and I remember liking it, but you seem to really remember it.
Yeah. It's really
I need
good.
to give it another try.
Strange collaborations, which is it's a wine finish. That's the
I do.
the
Oh,
name of
yes,
the,
I
of the
remember.
winery. It's actually sitting right there on that barrel.
Okay.
Do you want me to grab it
No.
real quick? We got 2 minutes there.
No.
We got 2 minutes.
I've had 6. I'm okay.
I'm gonna grab it. You mind if I grab it? She
Yeah.
sighs. Let's sigh. Le deep sigh.
Don't. You're going to stand up, everyone's going to see your pants?
Or my lack thereof pants. No, I'm wearing pants. But they're festive.
Festive?
Comfy. They're comfy pants and I don't care who knows.
You should have dressed up for this. I am happy to be here, don't get me wrong, but I am very tired. And after 6 pours, they tuck me in. The pours, they say, go to sleep now. You just get some rest. Don't you worry about a thing. That's what they tell me. And then he's like, why don't you worry about one more thing? And I'm like, I don't want 2 more things. I don't want to worry about 2 more things. I want to go to bed.
Yeah, well.
I'm an old lady today. I've got my Don't you see the sweater?
Yeah.
Did you not see the puzzle?
Oh, I saw the puzzle.
No, I don't have one going right now.
I brought up the rye just to show people. They also have the Amplify Rye whiskey here, which is 95 proof. Right there. It's a little dusty. And this is the strange collaboration. Let me dust it off and I'll put it in the camera spot.
Look,
There we are.
there we are.
There we go. Yeah. I will have a wee dram of it.
I'll have a little. I guess I'll finish. Wait, which one was my one? This one.
You were yeah. So,
Twist my arm, why don't you? Fine.
pitter patter, get at her. A unique bourbon blend finished in Pinot Noir barrels from the Strange Family Vineyards of Santa Rita Hills, California. Good.
Better. That's good. Just a little.
Just a wee nip. Okay, let's put it here.
Raging Irishman says, you need to do this for science. Well, if it's for science,
Well,
then
if it's for science.
I shall muster the strength if it's for science.
Yeah.
Berry. Very berry.
Very berry. Completely different from the 6 that we've had.
Completely different.
But of course, none of those were, wine finished. Pinot Noir. Now, as a wine drinker, Sarah, where do you stand on Pinot Noirs as a wine?
Typically not my go-to.
Okay.
I like
Too dark?
No, too sweet. The other way.
Too sweet.
A little too sweet and light. If I want a red, I typically want like a big, bold red, like intense powerful. I like a good red blend towards the, the strong end of the spectrum. Strong.
As
But
you
you know what I
watch
mean?
your
Bold.
sad movie.
Correct. And then when the tears fall into the wine and it all works
really
together, like that's how
ties
it's
it
meant
together.
to be enjoyed.
Okay.
When we're saying this now, I'm like, man, I could go for a glass of red wine, but I won't. But I could, but I won't. Yeah, I like a
good nose.
Zinfandel. I like a Bordeaux. I like I like a Cab, but mostly I like a blend. Cab blend, a Syrah,
Que sera?
a Chianti.
Nice Chianti. All right.
What other things could I name? A Merlot.
Oh. 99 proof, by the way. Yep. Strange Collaboration. It's celebrity whiskey with Dr. Strange.
That's
So.
what I knew you were going to make. That's why I feel like you like it, is because it reminds you of that. Yeah, I like it. I think, for me, the two toasted finishes from the Backstage series, I would prefer. But maybe it's just because this is the only wine finish I've had all night, and it's the last thing that we're having, so I'm like, this is a little sweet. It's a dessert to end on.
They are comfy pants, though. They are comfy pants.
Well, at least someone's comfy.
Comfort over
Form?
overall.
Or form
Yeah.
over function. No, comfort.
Strange Collaboration makes me think of Doctor Strange, which makes me think of Benedict Cumberbatch, which makes me think of the Penguin clip, which is just barrels of fun for me. I could listen to that all day. Penguin.
You can't pronounce.
Penguin.
Moral of the story is Benedict Cumberbatch doesn't know how to pronounce the word penguin.
And it just gets worse and worse and worse. And no one...
See, my problem
it.
is it's fine if you just like slip up in your pronunciation and it gets... Because you do this all the time. Every time you say a word, it'll be different and weird. And I'll be like, that isn't right. But as the keeper of the show, I don't know, the producer in me is like, hey, not to make you feel bad, but like, don't want you to embarrass yourself. You pronounced that wrong. It's penguin, not penguin.
Penguin.
And so I'm like, what producer? Who was monitoring the voiceover? No one. They couldn't have. Or were they just like, I'm not going to tell Benedict Cumberbatch he can't say penguin that way. Do you want to tell him? And they were like, nah, we don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah. It could
All
have
the
been.
bourbon has kicked in.
It could have been like the bean counter was over there in the corner, being like, "Do not hit that talkback button.
We do not
tell
have
him.
time.
We don't have time.
We only have
It's
1 hour in the
fine.
studio.
Yeah, it's fine. We
So,
don't pay for another hour."
Look it up. Chad's very entertained by it. It's
Graham Norton show.
It's a canon event for Chad.
He confronted him about it and then played it.
Confronted sounds like he wanted to fight him about the words.
Hey!
The way he said
You
the
said
word
it wrong.
penguin. No, he addressed it. He brought it up.
He addressed it.
Yeah.
And it is so funny because the
Confronted
first
him.
penguin pronunciation is wrong.
But close.
Passable, maybe.
Passable.
The second one,
More wrong.
and then the third one, just like...
Do you even know what this animal is? Like,
have you
ever heard of a penguin
heard
before?
of a penguin before?
Yeah.
The penguin.
Anyways, you brought this over and you're not talking about it.
Oh, we talked about it. It's big, it's bold.
No, we didn't. Those were the wines.
Oh, yeah.
See, this is why you didn't need to bring it over, is because now you're just drinking.
She found me out. No,
No.
I do like it. It is sweet. I think it would be a good start or finish of the evening. But it's not overly sweet, and I do like, for 99 proof, it's very easy. It's very approachable. Yeah, lots of berries, ripe berries.
Berries and cream.
Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
Why did I even... I'm too tired for this.
Yeah. There's
My social battery is just
beer,
plummeting right now.
yeah.
Plummet.
Well, let me just explain that real quick so people don't think I'm a
About
weirdo.
berries and cream?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
It's a Skittles commercial, yes?
It's a Skittles
okay,
commercial.
that's all you need to know. It's a reference to a Skittles commercial.
From back in the day.
And when he says back in the day, he doesn't mean 1965. He means
1990s.
like maybe the 90s. So
The 90s.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a reference to a 90s Skittle commercial.
I'm surprised you...
I know
of
what
it.
it is.
Okay. Have
Don't
you seen
insult-
it recently, or is that just from memory?
I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like recently?
No, not recently. I just know what it
Oh.
is.
Okay. There we go.
I was alive.
No, I know, but like when I saw it on TikTok, it brought it came back to me.
Jeez.
I was like, oh.
What are you,
Well,
a 14-year-old girl? I'm on TikTok.
when I was doing my dances in my room.
I've had it today. I have had it.
No, there's this channel that will show like 90s commercials, 90s, you know, and I'm there for it. I'm there for it.
You're there? Is he there for it? I heard he was.
I'm there for it. Someone tell Joseph Braso that I wore his short shirt tonight and he didn't show up.
That's okay. Well, also you called him out, but he may just have not chatted.
No, he
Although he would always have said, "What are y'all doing?
What the hell are you all doing here?"
Here, okay. Can I request?
Yes.
May I go close my eyes and get REM sleep and what other kinds of sleep I need?
Yes.
To help.
As I lay me down to sleep, Metallica. Also not one of the bands here.
I almost said As I Lay Dying, and then I was like, wait, that's a Faulkner novel. Wait, that's also a band.
A band. Also not here. All right, folks. The Bourbon Bowl will be coming soon. We got to figure it out. It might be next Sunday.
During the day?
Or it might be the Sunday after to not compete with the bowl, the big game.
I kind of think of it like the Puppy Bowl, in that I think we should just do it during the day on Super Bowl Sunday.
We have before, but I don't know.
The numbers, they just weren't the numbers?
The numbers,
but I feel like people always love it.
We charge people so much for the commercials in that live.
Yeah, it's too bad.
So
what do you think? Bourbon Bowl, Super Bowl day, I'm sorry, the big game. Can't say. What I said was trademarked. I said it several times. I'll get fined.
She will.
By the FCC or whoever.
She did not have
that.
the express written consent of the NFL.
I did not. Should we do it before the big game at, like, say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon and be done by 5? Or should we... I mean, I would hope to be done before 5, but...
It was one of our longer lives.
Should we do it the following weekend? I think that if you wait till the following weekend, you kind of lose...
Yeah, but you don't have the competition.
Like, truly, if we were gonna do it not actually on the day, we should do it the week before to amp people for that. But here we are. Here we sit. So for next year,
but we
still haven't figured it out.
You would still have competition, right? Or wait,
yeah, there was
a
a game today at 3.
Okay,
but it would have been over already.
That's correct.
The game to find out who else was. Well, there's 2 today. I guess.
There's the playoffs.
Who's going to
the
big dance?
A little bit, yep.
Not the Ravens.
And they were the color. They were the color that's in the logo. So that got debunked, right?
I think it was just a conspiracy theory online. I think so. This is again another long story, but apparently somewhere in Canada and also on a Hulu ad or something, there were pre big game ads that got played that suggested that these 2 teams, like, don't miss out on seeing the blank match up with the blank at the big game on whatever day. And I think that
the 11th.
Whoever makes those ads just delivers every possible combination. Because there's only...
Just like the shirts getting printed.
Well, there's only, so many ways it can go. I mean, you make 4 ad sets, you got it. So you have your 4 ad sets and you have all your formats in those ad sets. And as a marketing person who used to do this, that's what you do. You build them all, you deliver them, and then when it comes time, you say, okay, you already have it. Now, use this set.
Yes.
Use set number 2, not the other ones. It costs more money, but then you're ready on time. It's a whole thing. So we think that there was a conspiracy that everyone already knew who was going to be in.
The NFL was pulling the strings.
That it was going to be the Niners and the Ravens.
Yeah.
And because that's the ads that got run were the Niners and the Ravens. So
maybe they course corrected because they didn't want to be found out. Another conspiracy.
A conspiracy theory. I think that some poor person played the wrong ad and got fired.
Could be. Brett, who are you for?
I'm unclear who you want to win.
I don't rightly know.
I almost said something that would just enrage probably most of the people in this chat, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do it.
Spicy.
I'm sure they can guess.
Spicy.
It was a joke anyways. I didn't actually mean it, but...
Sturt says, can Chad stay and play, please, Granny Sarah?
Chad can stay if he wants to.
Might develop like the after 30 with just Chad.
I'm not going to lie to you also. I got a bourbon bottle dropped on my bare foot earlier, and it was a New Riff bottle, and it was full.
A full New Riff bottle.
And it has the, the little dots on the bottom. And so now it went pong on the top, fell from a cabinet on top of my foot, just straight down like that. It's not feeling very good. I'd like to go prop it up and put some more ice on it, to be honest.
It was of my doing, but not
He threw a New Riff bottle at my foot.
but not of my accord.
It was not intentional.
Correct. It was an accident.
He shook it loose on accident.
Yes. I shook it, the cabinet. And
for a minute there, I was like, I think I fractured a bone in my foot.
Mm-hmm. It's very possible.
I think it's okay now. But it is sore, it is swollen, and I would like to go ice it. You may stay if you like and accept the punishment for injuring me. I don't care.
It wouldn't be punishment.
I'm just kidding. To be robbed of spending time with me would be punishment.
Oh, wouldn't it though? It would. It really would. Please don't do that to me.
Okay.
Please don't do that to me. This time with more feeling.
Please don't. I would hate to not spend time with you.
Oh, no.
Love being in your presence all the time.
Don't make me
24/7.
stay and hang out with our friends and drink more
bourbon. That's terrible. Your Gramps wants me to say it. Okay, I was going to say, when Brett said about the Chiefs, I wanted to say, oh, you mean Taylor's boyfriend's team? I obviously am joking. I'm not a big fan of...
That poor girl's in the middle of it right now.
The poor thing. Damn, she's going through some stuff right now, though.
But also, do you really want to say, oh, poor Taylor Swift?
Let's just leave it. I shouldn't have said it at all.
Yeah.
It was a joke. It was meant in jest.
That's almost like talking about politics at this point.
Okay,
Bringing
so
up Taylor Swift.
Basically, it all comes back full circle because me making that joke is almost equivalent to me saying about this company, oh, Pat Benatar's husband.
You said it.
They didn't like it.
They didn't
I
like it.
said it once. I'll never say it again. And I'll probably learn the same lesson this evening.
We'll see.
It was a joke. It was meant in jest. Only because I know that Chiefs fans probably really don't like that.
No.
I mean, think of all the extra merch that they're selling and the support they're getting. They're getting so many more claps.
That's great, Sarah, but who are the chefs? Great googly moogly. Remember that commercial? Snickers. What?
Brett said, well, I bet he doesn't want to comment about me now. I'm probably mad at me. He said, a New Riff bottle falls on Sarah's foot. Is it bad? It ain't good.
That's from the Bourbon Bread Pudding episode.
It ain't good.
When you cut yourself open with the Widowmaker.
It was not.
That's how that knife got that nickname.
The Widowmaker. It was good.
Haters gonna hate. Just shake it off. Just shake it off, right, Caitlin?
Yeah. No, it was, no, I was just teasing. Teasing. It has nothing to do with anything.
That's right. Yeah.
I would think you would want more people cheering for you, but what do I know? It's sports. Which ball are they playing?
Sports ball.
I know which ball they're playing.
It's the sports ball.
It's the one that's shaped like this.
It's one that they very rarely kick, yet it's called football. What a world. What a world.
Maybe it's because you run on your feet with the ball. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you do kick it, punt, kick
Okay,
field
let's
goals.
not. I don't want to sports.
But
I'm ready to go to bed.
ultimately, you throw it more than you kick it. Or you run with it more than you kick it. All right.
You run with it.
Yeah.
On.
Your feet.
Correct.
Well, with your feet.
Uh-huh.
On a field. You call it field ball. Grass ball.
Okay, I'm done.
100 yards ball.
I'm so done.
Touchdown ball. All right. We will see you guys next week. I mean,
We will.
That's
Whether or not
can
we'll be
confirm.
doing the Bourbon Bowl is kind of up to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we might put out a poll on Patreon, gather their interest. We're over 1,000 strong on Patreon now. Consider joining.
Whoa.
Usually that's it's always where you can get the first access to barrel picks, and sometimes
And usually the
exclusive.
only access.
Yeah.
But except for when we have high bottle counts and or bottles that are more for a more discerning crowd, not for everyone.
It's true.
If we have a popular thing like when we did our Russells or our Four Roses, yeah, forget about it.
Makers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've been playing that foosball, Bobby Boucher.
It's the devil.
It's for the devil.
It's the devil.
All right, folks, we will see you next Sunday. Whether it'll be for the Bourbon Bowl or not, we will still see yous. So,
Farewell.
fare thee well, and until next time, see you then. Bye-bye.